So this isn't going to be a very long theory video, but I'm here to discuss what I think is going to happen in the 2026 arcs this year. We just finished the Puzzle Vision arc, which was absolutely fantastic, and it's definitely probably my favorite arc ever. But the main thing to take away from these arcs is that they all focus on a certain character. In the Sinister arc, it was Axel, but I don't know if that really is an arc anymore. I can't really tell. And then the Eggman arc is focused on Sonic and Eggman. The Relic of Love arc is focused on Sonic, Shadow, and Amy. The God Box arc, obviously about Axel and Melanie. And then the Mares of the Heart arc is focused on Nick, Mario, and Meggy, and the Puzzle Vision arc is obviously focused on Mr. Puzzles and Tari. So who do I think is going to take a major role in this arc? I think it's going to center around a bunch of characters, but I feel like it's going to center around SBO. Because in the latest NRG episode, we have a SBO / Will episode, mostly SBO. And this is the very first episode of the year, and I do kind of think that since it is the first episode of the year, it's going to signal that whoever the characters focus on is going to have an important role. That being said, there hasn't been any episodes beside this one as of recording this, so I don't know if there are going to be a new episode that also has another character in it. But it will be really interesting if SBO has a big role, because for the most part he's been more than the sidelines. Like, comparing to characters like Sonic, Nick, Axel, he's kind of more on the sidelines and not really doing too much. Another character that I think would make a good arc this year is probably Ella. She was introduced on the Matters of the Heart arc, and is pretty much Melanie's enemy. Maybe if she had her own arc, her and Melanie could have a good dynamic and probably get to know each other more, and maybe let bygones be bygones or something like that. And it would probably make her character better than just being Melanie's rival, and giving her some good development would probably make her fit really well with the characters. Another character that we haven't really seen for a while is Silver. I don't think he's had any relevance in the entirety of 2025. So it would be really interesting to see him return again. I would really like to have an arc centered around SBO, since SBO is probably one of my favorite characters in the entire show. So that'd be really cool to have, not gonna lie. But while on the characters, who would be the antagonist for it? We did get introduced to Scourge in the Matters of the Heart arc for a single episode, and never brought up again aside from Mr. Puzzle's videos. And he's actually a recurring villain, because he says that he will return one day.
So, Nick is your name? I'll be sure to remember that next time.
Get out of here, Scourge.
Oh, I will, no worries. But you losers will be seeing me again soon. Catch you later.
So I theorized that whoever's character it is, either Ella or SBO or Silver or any of the other characters, Scourge will play as the main antagonist, probably. So far, for every villain we have had, from Eggman to Mephiles to Niles and the Mr. Puzzles, they've all have really big defeats. Aside from Eggman specifically, like Mephiles, Niles, and Puzzles, they've all basically either died or be sent away. So maybe having Scourge get a redemption arc would be kind of interesting, since we've never really had that before. You could say Eggman had a redemption arc, but it wasn't really anything too significant. He's had like a realization at the end of the arc. So having Scourge getting a redemption arc maybe would be cool. Or maybe having him do one good deed and then he dies. That would mix up the formula of villains just going away forever. So my final thoughts on this theory is that it's gonna revolve around either Ella, SBO, or Silver, and Scourge will be the main antagonist, and maybe we might get redeemed rather than just being killed off or wiped out of the universe or something. But there's only one episode in the series so far this year, so I have to wait and see what happens. So thank you guys for watching, and see ya.